A JMPD officer was shot and killed today at her home. A press conference has been called and our team is there now to find out more. The National Institute of Communicable Diseases says that the outbreak of listeriosis has been brought under control. They were referring to the decrease in the number of listeriosis cases, which they say is significant. However, the Gauteng Department of Health has called for awareness campaigns around this disease not to end. The NICD has released the latest results of samples taken from Enterprise's Polokwane plant showing that listeriosis is still prevalent. Convicted racist Vicki Momberg's application for leave to appeal her sentence in the Randburg Magistrates Court today has been postponed to the 11th of April. Last week, she was sentenced to 3 years in jail, 1 suspended, for excessive use of the K-word towards a police officer. How important is the actual sentencing in this case?
It's important because it's the first time that the K-word has ever been the subject of a case and somebody has been found guilty and sentenced as a result. The sentencing is within normal limits, which is a maximum of 3 years, but it's the fact that she's been committed to jail for 2 of those 3 years. That's the most significant. It sends a very harsh message.
Sure. Let's talk about the actual judgment that was passed in this particular matter. How severe was it in terms of what is said in court and how this breaches constitutional rights in South Africa?
Okay. The judgment is very much flows from the imposition of the law that's existed way before the Constitution, and that's the criminal law of crimen injuria, which is essentially criminal defamation. And it falls within constitutional limits. So to have a court case based on this premise is absolutely acceptable. And provided it stays within any constitutional limits, it's absolutely fine. It's just not used very often, and that's what makes this unusual. Most people who will be faced with an accusation of crimen injuria will usually admit or plead guilty at the beginning and then be just sentenced, and the sentence will usually be, the prison term would be suspended. This is one of the very few cases that has gone all the way to the point where judgment has to be given, and that's what makes it so unique. Every aspect of the nature of the offence, the use of the word, the lack of remorse shown by the accused, her behaviour in court, all of it went into the judgment, both the decision and the sentencing.
So this is an important precedent?
It's important because I think hopefully what it shows is A, that bigotry has its limits, that it will be punished, and I think importantly it shows that between the Equality Court and crimen injuria, we don't actually need the hate bill speech. It takes things further than is necessary.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.